Have you been told explicitly you beat Jose Aldo, you're next?
I mean, they told me I was next in line if anything dropped off.
Yeah.
And if I know anything in this sport, nothing's ever guaranteed. You know, the only thing that I can do is just go in there, knock his head off, and then what? You know, that's 4 freaking vicious wins in a row. The way I fight, people want to see it. People want to tune into that, you know, and as long as I do that, you know, I'm pretty sure that, you know, they're going to give it to me, you know, and if not, I'll still keep fighting on and knocking people out. And you know, who's really in front of me that's coming off of a win? Nobody. You know, I just beat the number 4 guy, knocked him out viciously. You know, Gilbert Melendez hasn't even fought. He's still trying to find his leg somewhere. I knocked Choi into military retirement. You know, I mean, how are you going to deny me? These are hot performances. Like I said, too hot for TV type performances. They're scary. They're scary performances. I put fear in the people that are trying to fight me because they know that's how I fight. I'm looking to take you out. And if I hit you and knock you down, I'm going to finish you. And until you're not moving, until the ref's pulling me off. This is not talk. This is fact. You know, if I go in there, I fight the way that I fight. I put Jose out. Who's in front of me? Ortega, Max. You know, it depends on what they want to do. Ortega, he might find another way out. You know, he might fly over to overseas somewhere and not answer the phone. Doesn't matter. And I'm still going to be there. I'm right there.
After my fight, I chilled in my hotel room, just hung out with my boys. But then after Dan's fight, we went out, and someone told me, "Oh, Dana's in this club. He's the same." I was like, "Oh, cool. That's whatever." I went out, got some money, and I was talking to the guy that led me. And then, because he found out I'm a UFC fighter, he just led me to the private room, and I see McMahon. And I'm like, "What the hell?" And then we just start yarning, talking to people, and he's like, "I'll introduce you to Dana." And I finally meet Dana properly, and we start talking. And I dropped his name in there. I said, "Yeah, I want to fight Paula next." And he's like, They have other ideas, you know, fair enough. But they've done this a long time. They're promoters, you know. So I think what they want is me, you know, being a bigger name, Paul being a bigger name, and we fight like in some super fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I can see what that, you know, why that. But for me, I wanna take him out now. He just knocked out Riara Hall, who was talking mad shit as well, you know. But yeah, I want to take him out now before. Because we'll probably fight again. We'll probably fight more than once. Because he's one of those guys. Well, we'll see what happens. How long his UFC career lasts. But I think he'll probably fight. Me and him will probably fight more than once.
Yeah, I would imagine that as well. I was very impressed with him versus Uriah Hall. It was interesting because the contrast between your fight on Friday night and his fight on Saturday night.
That was just a brawl, like a technical brawl.
He got hit with a lot of jabs, but he is a relentless, marauding motherfucker. That he's very aggressive. Yeah.
And this thing's for footwork. Uriah Hall, I was watching him, like, why are you right there? It's easy to look good against someone who just sits right there like a punching bag, you know?
He's a huge guy, you know. If he's on top of you on the ground, you're gonna be in trouble, no doubt, you know. But how he gonna get there? You know, it's not that simple. Maybe against a Cormier, a heavyweight Cormier, which is huge too. You know, he's like he showed up like very big. You know, he was big. You know, so he's not gonna be that fast too. You know, against Brock Lesnar. So yeah, I see maybe 5%, 10% for Brock Lesnar in this fight chances.
Nagano's a piece of shit. Miocic's a piece of shit. These UFC! I'm coming for you, motherfucker!
Miesha, we know that, well, I feel like I know that was staged, but how staged was it? You were right there cage side. Can you give me some perspective? Like, did you know it was going to happen even before you saw Brock Lesnar with his suit and cowboy boots step into the cage?
So I was there front row, and I noticed immediately that Brock Lesnar was in queue. Like, he was there waiting for the right moment, and I kind of saw like Dana mumble something to him in passing or something like that. And at that point, I think anyone there paying halfway attention, obviously Dana's bringing the belt in, all eyes are on him. Like, you kind of noticed, and I'm like, oh, they are planning to have Brock Lesnar go in and say something. And it wasn't hard to figure out. I didn't know before that because I didn't know Brock Lesnar was in the building. I hadn't seen Brock Lesnar, or I might have put two and two together sooner. But as soon as I saw Brock there and he was in that right place, I knew he was going to go in there and call out DC. I don't know if Daniel Cormier knew about that.
Daniel Cormier's response to people like me who had this assessment of what happened, Miesha, was stay broke. He did not like being called out for participating in this fakeness.
Yeah, I think Daniel Cormier probably wants to try to keep it believable, keep people believing it, but there's some people that are obviously going to see right through it. And I mean, there's only so much benefit of the doubt that you can give when you see it right in front of you. You see that Brock's waiting there. And why else would DC call out Brock, of all people, who hasn't fought in a couple years? And you're talking about Daniel Cormier, who is now 14-0 as a heavyweight, who is a double weight class champion. You're going to call out somebody who has been dormant for a couple years and then lost his fights consecutively before that? I mean, do you think that that's a good move? Like, is that a good look for someone who's as badass as Daniel Cormier? I don't think so. So I feel like then it has to be something that was talked about before, like, hey, this is what we kind of want to happen. And then you talk about the new purchase of the UFC by WME, which obviously has their strong ties with the WWE. You know, it's making sense. Like, I get where it's coming from. I just feel like we're losing some authenticity to the sport, which I have appreciated my whole career, that it was the real thing, and that it was more about people kind of earning the spot and that they deserved, not so much of like what's gonna entertain people the most and how much can we jack up the pay-per-view prices if we just keep this ball rolling.
And now, the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Yoel Romero!
You see now the really champion.